Hello, good evening. Welcome to Kubatana Together As One. We've been in operation for the past 6 months now, and we saw it fit to introduce some of our supporters. Since we started, there's a few people who have been with us and they've supported us. All the work that we've done, as you know, needs donations, it needs money. And we are very grateful for those who have stood by us in terms of money, in terms of advice, and just letting us know that, they are there for us. So we just want to know them as well. If there was no COVID, would maybe host a dinner party and over something to eat, would introduce ourselves and get to know everybody. Today we've got Zororai Mtisi. She is a mom. She's also an entrepreneur, and she has been part of Kubatana since we started. So we've invited her for her to just tell us a little bit about herself, what she does, and also why she joined Kubatana. As you know, there are a million other charities and associations around. And we are really grateful when somebody sticks with us, and we want to know what we're doing right, as well as what we can do, and just to further our vision to help the poor in Zimbabwe access healthcare. So Zororai, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Yolita. And how are you?
I'm all right. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where are you? Where do you live at the moment? Where are you calling from?
Okay. My name is Zororai Mtisi Ngundu. Mtisi is the maiden name, Gundu is the married name, although I'm separated now. I'm a mother of three. TJ Gundu, the firstborn son, and then Whitney Gundu, the one who's singing in the background of this audio you set up as a marketing audio, and Shamiso Gundu, who's the last born. They are both now graduates, I can say. I live in the northeast of England, in Normanby, which is in Redcar, which is Middlesbrough postcode. But not very far from Newcastle. Mabel and Mavis, I shall be coming to your house for meals. Yeah, I know. And you asked me why Kubatana.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Kubatana, I first heard about it from Nancy. Nancy was talking. Okay, I'll go back a bit. I know Nancy from Africa, from Zimbabwe, from Mutare. We were born and grew up together, playing together in Dangamvura. They went to the same primary school. Families were friends as well. So when Nancy's dad became seriously ill and she got in touch with me, I helped her because I run a company, an online travel agency called Alphapack Travel. I sell tickets to, all over the world, but predominantly to Africa, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Nigeria, Lagos, all the African countries you can think of. We get very, very good deals. So Nancy was aware of that. Besides being friends, she supports my business as well. So when she got in touch and she said her dad was not feeling well, I assisted her to travel home. And I remember she got there just a couple of days and he passed on. Now, I know Nancy's dad, and our parents know each other. And it really moved me when she got back and she told me, because when I was calling her from here, I was phoning her and she was telling me her dad's condition. And then when he passed on, it was really sad. But what moved me the most was when she now told me the conditions that she found in the hospitals. And when she went to collect her dad's body, even up to date, I think about it, it really breaks my heart. What breaks my heart is all our parents have worked so hard. They were in Rhodesia and transitioned to Zimbabwe, and we know they worked hard for a better country, better economy. And I do not think anyone, especially when I look at our parents, deserve to die and be taken care of the way Nancy, what she told me happened. it really, really broke my heart. And I know it's not just Nancy's death, it's so many people who are experiencing this. So when she said, you know what, Gwen, we can wait until the government, and we said keep blaming the government, but I think as a people we can try and do something. That's how she spoke to me, says, I want to do this. And she kept on talking to me about it until one day I said, Nancy, you know what, you've talked enough. You are going to do this. So, and then she was saying, but I don't know how. And I said, you know what, do your research. And I was giving her some tips here and there. And she says, you know what, I've also been talking to my friends. We've got quite a few people who are in agreement. And I said, Nancy, I will give you all the support you need. She actually wanted me to be one of the, people who are so involved in it, but I couldn't because my business is so demanding. So I said, as long as you're doing it, I will support you because I know you're doing something very close to your heart, and I totally, feel you. So last year when there was Cyclone Idai, Alphapack Travel did some donations. We got some money, which we took to Chimani Money. I went with all my family last year. We went to see where the cyclone hit, and we visited families in the camps and everything, and then we ended up giving a small donation to a family. We were just overwhelmed, the need there. So when we came back, I was looking to see how else we can come up with a project to really help, but then my business as well is so demanding. So I kept on now checking with Nancy how far she was going. I was actually nagging her. She was saying, why are you nagging me so much? I said, when I came back from home, Nancy, what I saw. And then she saw pictures as well. And she was so heartbroken. She says, no, we have to do something. I said, yeah, Nancy, come on. I promise you, I'll support you. So this is how I ended up, really. So the minute she said, right, I'd set up, I said, I'm going to put in some money as well. And straight away, I started just offering support. And unfortunately, COVID hit when Kubatana was really taking off. And we have supported, but we have not supported as much as we would want to because of being an online travel agent, and all the travel agencies have now been affected so much by this COVID. And right now there's no travel, nobody's traveling. But I still stand in supporting you in whatever ways I can help as me personally and as a company, Alphapack Travel.
Mm. Oh, thank you. So you did really come from far with this project. How would you like, how would you envisage that we, as Kubatana, where do you want to see us? What do you want to get out of this group? What do you want? How do you want it to operate, to achieve that vision that you started off with Nancy?
Yeah.
From what we've done so far, I don't know if how.
Yeah, I have been reading. I try and keep track, which is why I'm very supportive as well. I like the way you are keeping us informed because you post all the things that you're doing, even when the COVID thing hit and people didn't have food. And Nancy was now saying, we know we're trying to do the hospital thing where we provide, equipment for hospitals and things, or refurbishing a hospital. But right now we've got actual people dying because they have no food. And we think this is a greater need. What do you think? I said, go for it. Because at the end of the day, we want to save life. And if that's how you feel, you want to touch lives that way, it shows we are human. So I know right now with, taking off, it's challenging, it's got its, ups and downs. And sometimes, people are not committed, or, you meet frustrations in terms of like how you are sourcing goods in Zimbabwe. Nancy was telling me the frustrations. You were telling me about how medication, how people are being overquoted and things like that. And I feel, Kubatana, you are doing something that is so fundamental about the community back home in terms of having the platform here in the Western world and in England, where you see how the system is structured and how it works and why it works. And I feel you can play a pivotal role in Zimbabwe in working with the different organizations you're working with, but also implementing your ideas, but making sure that they work according to our economy back home and according to our structures and systems. So obviously you will work with the government, but obviously I pray that God gives you wisdom in terms of how to actually work with them and implement what you want to do without the government taking over the project. Because I would rather have a Kubatana person really running the project on the ground rather than handing it over, to someone in the government, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I do. Yeah, so as Nancy has been updating all of us, we are now operating in operation with a medical doctor on the
Yes.
ground, and we get our patients from what you could call social work. Those who are really down and out, they are handed to us, and then we pay for their consultation as well as their medication. We have run into a lot of difficulty, as we've been posting, Nancy has been posting, they see the doctor, and then sometimes we have to pay for radiological investigations, and that's quite a lot of money. So we will keep coming back to you saying, can we raise money for this, and can we do that? So we have been making a lot of progress despite the COVID, and I think with time we'll be able to move out, to branch out of Harare. Once we get the pilot study, well on way, we'll be able to branch out and hopefully, cover. Well, our vision is to cover the whole of Zimbabwe. We have a big vision. So we'll keep coming to you because it needs all of you to support it.
You're welcome. Yes. Yes.
So we care for what's happening in Zimbabwe, but we also care for what is happening here to you, our supporters. So if you can tell us a little bit about your business and how it's been affected by COVID, and if you managed to pivot at all to change a few things, and how we can help.
Yeah. We have basically been affected big time. Right now, there is no income whatsoever. We had a big market of people traveling over Easter holiday and summer holidays coming up, which we've had to cancel all those tickets, and we are doing refunds. So as a business, we are having no business coming in, but we're having to spend more money doing refunds, which is not very good for business. I'm sure you know that. And then because this COVID thing, we don't know. There's so much contradictions. It's like we're going to start. Most airlines, they said they'll be operating by the 15th, 16th of July. It actually started off in April. Then it was moved to May. Then it moved to July. And with Africa, especially, we are looking at towards September, October. With July, they wanted to open some destinations, but it's not happening because there is not, right now in South Africa and Zimbabwe, the spike for the COVID patients has actually gone up. There are more patients dying now, which is really sad. So as a result, they've had to push back opening the borders. And there's the issue of people going into quarantine. Now, as a business, what we've tried to do is to look inward. So we're trying to promote domestic travel, staycation. So like Mabel here, who was talking about hiking or walking, we are doing some walks, Mabel. See, now I'm going to be on your case. You're not very far from me. I'm organizing walks where in the malls, which is not very far from you. For you to drive, it will be about 20 minutes, Mabel. We've got the malls here, the Yorkshire malls, and we've got very good hikes in the malls where people can come and they go. If they want me to join them, I can try and incorporate myself in the group, or they can come and I can show them areas where they can go. Now, in your case, Mabel, you don't even have to book accommodation. You can actually come and go back because you're not far in terms of driving. So that saves you on your budget. So it would be nice for your time to come out with the kids, to go somewhere different. They would definitely feel like they've gone somewhere because it is very different. It's beautiful, very, very, very beautiful views and very beautiful walks. There's horse riding. There's so much to do in terms of activities and to see as well. So that's what I'm trying to promote. I'm actually in the process of trying to do a brochure or a leaflet to promote it now as the kids close schools. So if any of you are bored and don't know what to do with the kids, get in touch with me. I'll give you some recommendations of where you can take the kids, and I can even give you a budget as well. Just like you, Lita, what you did telling me about you guys going to Wales. Yeah.
Yeah. So are these packages that you're talking about, or what exactly do you provide?
I'm thinking of designing it according to the client's inquiry. So in inquiry, like for example, if you say to me, I want to come to the malls, I would say, okay, if you're driving, I'll tell you how to get here. Obviously, if you're driving, the type of car you have, for example, if I've got a 1.6 engine size, full tank is about 60 pounds. So driving from London, it's about 4 hours. And that would take about, maybe depending with your engine size and type of car and everything, half a tank to 3/4. And then so driving and going and coming back, you're looking at about 120 pounds in fuel, and that can be 4 or 5 people in the car. So that covers. So if you're looking for a bed and breakfast, then obviously depends again the type of accommodation you want. If it's hostels, you're looking at something like 40, 50 pounds a night, because now it's summer and the prices have actually gone up. I'm actually trying to investigate in terms of the prices, because they're still, most of the properties are now trying to open because they were shut, and they've been revising their prices. So at the moment, it looks like they're spiking up. They'd originally gone down because people had cancelled, but now suddenly with the government loosening the traveling rules, everyone is now, the demand has suddenly gone up. So you're getting a spike in the accommodation as well, prices. But it's something that I'm working on. That's why it's taking me slightly longer to actually come up with prices and things, because I want to be able to have all the information to give people. So I will market it or design it according to my client. So if you approach me and you say, I'm thinking of doing this, I've got this much budget, what do you recommend? I can come up with something.
Okay, so if you want to go surfing, then
oh yes, we've got a beach here. You can do surfing. Actually, there's so much to do.
There is,
and you can hire the surfing gear as well.
okay.
That's in Salt Bend. Now, Salt Bend is a town that is well known for. It's got a lot of you get a lot of European tourists, and obviously because of the demand in their beach resorts, the prices do go up in summer, unfortunately, but it's well worth the experience. It's really quite nice.
That's good. That's very good. So in terms of pivoting, are you just sticking to booking vacations, nothing else, or do you do anything else?
I'm trying to, because when I was what I was doing was I was working on a project, which I don't want to reveal quite yet, but I think because you've asked me, I'll talk about it a little. No, honestly, because it's a project on my heart. I'm trying to come up with a charter flight that I operate to Victoria Falls. And that's what I was working on. And it's quite a big project. So because of all this COVID going on and not knowing how long that's going to go for, because with it, I wanted to market some products which has got Alphapack on, as well as, caps and T-shirts and things, and then sell them with Victoria Falls and things like that as a things. But I've had to put.
You okay there? Hi, ma'am.
Until
Okay, we lost you for a minute.
Yes, it did lose connection. Yeah.
Okay, no, well, I think it's good actually, because then we can start preparing. Going to Zimbabwe, we prepare a year in advance. We start putting the monies together.
That's right.
So
and that's the thing, because we do offer credit facilities up to £5,000 for tickets. Yeah. And so we do advise people to book in advance. So even if you do not have enough money, if you've got a package holiday or just a holiday you want to do with the whole family, because the tickets are very expensive, we work with a company called Fly Now Pay Later. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yes,
you've heard of Fly Now. So if what they do is they pay for your tickets in advance, We issue the tickets, we give you your tickets, and then you start paying direct debit monthly to Fly Now, Pay Later. What then it does is it locks in the price for you. Even if now you've bought it at an offer, if the prices go up, you're no longer affected because your tickets are issued. That's the excellent thing about the Fly Now, Pay Later. And I do offer packages anywhere in the world. I'm now also working with Expedia. You've heard of Expedia?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I'm an agent of Expedia. So anywhere in the world you want to go, you want a flight, you want car hire, be it in South Africa. Some people have a habit of going to South Africa, hiring cars, things like that. I can do that. If it's America, I can do that. If it's Canada, South America, anywhere, Hong Kong, China. I've handled groups going to China from here, young Zimbabwean ladies going to do business. And, it's so amazing. And the other thing I want to say is my business has actually grown through support from the African community. They are my biggest client. And I am well impressed with the way they have supported my business. This is why also I really want to support Kubatana, because I know as Black people, having lived and seen what is happening, we now know that it is important for us to be a team and to work together and to help uplift each other in our projects.
True. There you go. Planners, anyone going anywhere? Well, not anyone going anywhere. Everybody should go somewhere.
That's right.
You need the break. We
That's
need
right.
the break. So
we do.
There you go. So anyone got a question?
When you were, when we were talking about Fly Now, Pay Later, how much interest are you looking at?
Good question. The interest is just like, when you're buying anything, a car or whatever, it depends with your credit score. So yes, if you've got a very good credit rating, the interest is very low. It starts from, I think, now with the way everything has gone down, it can go down as low as 2%. And then it goes up depending with how much you're borrowing and how long you're going to take to pay back.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you're into trouble.
Now you do. Yeah. So I hope to get a phone call from you, Mavis. My number is there on the I think Yulita did put it on with the
I'll put it again. I'll put it again and the website as well.
That's right.
Okay, yes. Okay. Sorry, Mavis, we can't hear you. You are muted.
You are muted, Mavis.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
We can hear you now.
Okay, I think I missed a bit about the beach. I think we were talking about the beach holidays. Was that
yes.
Where is that?
That's in Salt Bend. That's here. That's not far from you as well because you're in Newcastle. So that would be about an hour's drive or 45 minutes drive. And that again, you can come and go back the same day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think with the situation, do you have anything available like from this summer? I know it's a bit too late.
Oh, definitely. We do.
From next week? Or...
Yes, I do. Give me a call. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay. So ladies, everyone, gentlemen, everyone around, your holidays are sorted now. So
yes.
We have Namatai doing the accommodation for us. I think you've had it in little bits and pieces. We are planning a hike, Mount Snowdon, to raise money. Kubatana is Kubatana. We need a lot of money for the projects that we want to do. And one way we have thought of raising money is in doing sponsored trek up Mount Snowdon. So we're going to do this next year in between July and August. So right. Zororai, because she knows, where to book, what to do, she is in charge of that. So you've got something to look forward to. Start doing your walks, start doing your runs, practice, get fit so that we can enjoy, the trek. Before we started the meeting, TJ was telling us, TJ is in Wales, is he? He was telling us how Dudley, how beautiful it is to go up Mount Snowdon. So it's something to look forward to. And as well as just getting fit. You know, as Kubatana, we want to look after ourselves. We want to look after you. So we want the healthy eating, the exercising, and it's also nice mentally to just look forward to a holiday. We all deserve a holiday after the COVID. And Zororai is our girl. So I'll put your details on the system.
I had a comment. So,
hi, Masha.
Yeah,
that's my sister in Seattle.
I'm just waking up. Okay, let me take off my background. Yeah, sorry. So I'm not really camera ready. We're just waking up outside. But I'm happy to be here. But I wanted to just say also, sorry, I missed the early part of this. But you know, hiking is also a big. This area is known as the Switzerland of North America. A lot of great hiking. This side, when things open up, I encourage you all to leverage business and book your travel to come here. But also, right now, I actually had a question. I wanted to check with Alphapack if you offer. So there's the need for people looking for accommodations for quarantine purposes when they arrive, especially in Zimbabwe. I actually had a few people asking me about Airbnbs, accommodations in Zimbabwe. Oops, was I muted? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, no, I can hear you.
Okay.
What I will do with that one, Marsha, if it's okay, is I can talk to you privately. The reason is what's happening is they're now about to come off because it was scheduled for only 30 minutes, unfortunately, because there's another meeting that's going to happen. So I will talk to you. But yes, we do offer accommodation, yes, for quarantining as well, yes.
And real quickly, we also have a platform we are working on to promote African businesses. So I'd like to talk further about Kubatana and Alphapack, any business owners. We're building a directory to promote, as you know, right now everybody's about Black Lives Matter.
I will link you up with you later.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Masha.
All right,
love you. We'll be coming to Seattle hiking.
Anytime, it's the best. Yeah, thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Your passport. So we'll cross into Canada too. All right, love you.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
So any closing remarks from Zororai?
Yes, I wanted to say, just a quick one. What you were talking about going to Wales, we got a lodge, which a campsite. Was it a campsite? What was it? I send you details to you later. No, it was the hostels, right? And the hostels, they were about £35 per night. Those special rates are really, really good because those hostels are classified as 5-star hostels. So if people do want to go, I would encourage you to actually book because it's beautiful and it's for next year, August. So you can start exercising now and then let us know in numbers how many want to go so that we can block book the hostels we're going to stay in because they do go very quickly. They do get a lot of Europe people booking. So yeah, come along. And also, as you support Alphapack Travel, you are directly supporting Kubatana because we do give donations to Kubatana. So I encourage you to actually support us so that we can support Kubatana. As the name says, Kubatana.
Thank you very much. So thank you very much, Zororai, for all that you've for your talk. Thank you.
Hi, Tenji. She's there. Tenji, I see you. Thank you for joining us. Tenji is in London. You must get in touch. No, she's in Tenji. Where are you?
She's muted.
She's on mute. You're on mute. Okay. It would be good to link you up with Tenji where you later. She's the social worker. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now, Tenji.
Oh, do you know what? I've had so much, and I've been texting. I think it's TJ. I have no idea why I've been messaging TJ. But I was can you tell your mama I'm on? I've been trying to get this thing
I've
working.
just seen you now. Thank you for joining us.
Okay. We're going to be cut shortly, so
I
thank you
know.
very much for coming. Thank you so much for supporting us as Kubatana. We have a Facebook group. Please join us there. You'll see all the activities we've been doing. We've also got a YouTube channel. If you can join us and like our videos, subscribe, as well as donating. We ask for £5 a month every month. I mean, £5 every month. It goes a long way to helping us do the work that we want to do. If you can afford more, please donate more. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time from Kubatana.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, Rumbi. Hi, Tete Rumbi. And thank you for joining. Bye-bye.